अस्सलाम वालेकुम औज़ुबिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम सल्लल्लाहु अला हबीबिही सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व आलिहि व सहाबिहि व बारिक वसल्लम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन अर्रहमानिर रहीम मालिकि यौमिद्दीन इय्याका नअबुदु व इय्याका नस्तईन इहदिनस सिरातल मुस्तक़ीम सिरातल लज़ीना अनअमता अलैहिम गैरिल मग़दूबि अलैहिम वलद्दालीन आमीन सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम. Thank you everyone for joining us today in today's webinar on the topic Ramadan, workplace, and COVID situation. And in the holy month of Ramadan, organizations have different kind of challenges with regards to workplace. So the objective of today's webinar is to discuss all those areas and aspects, and also how COVID is treating and how organizations are taking measures in this current scenario. What are the productivity challenges and how organizations are managing it. So this is the main purpose of today's webinar. I'm thankful to all the honorable guest speakers, panel members for joining me today. We are lucky to have Ms. Nadia with us. She is working as Head of Learning and Development in Awari Group. And then we have Ms. Mushira Mutahir. She is an emerging HR professional. She is also the co-host and moderator of today's webinar. Then we have Ms. Maryam Iqbal joining us from Peshawar, and she is basically an HR professional, a legal consultant, and also serving different NGOs in Peshawar and other cities of Pakistan. Then we have from Karachi, Mr. Junaid Alam, currently working as Head of People and Strategic Expansions in the SWIL, which is Fleet Automation Organization. So I'm thankful to everyone for joining us today. I hope everyone is fine. रोज़ा नहीं लग रहा होगा. अगर लग रहा है तो कोई ऐसी बात नहीं, थोड़ा सा टाइम रहेगा. जी जुनैद,
Definitely.
रोज़ा तो नहीं लग रहा.
बस इंतजार है कि ये जैसे ही खत्म होता है फौरन फिर रोजा खुलेगा तो
ज़बरदस्त ज़बरदस्त. तो हम स्टार्ट ज़रा जुनैद से ही करते हैं. मेरे बाद जुनैद ही हैं आज. दूसरे जो हमारे मेल मेंबर अभी तक उन्होंने ज्वाइन नहीं किया. तो जुनैद, व्हाट डू यू से अबाउट इट? एक तो मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में इंट्रोडक्शन करवाएं, स्वेल के बारे में, अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में, और फिर आप बताएं कि आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है इस वक्त जो करंट सिचुएशन है उसमें कैसे चीज़ों को मैनेज कर रही है. रमज़ान भी है, वर्क प्लेस में रमज़ान में आप लोगों की क्या चेंजेस आप लोग लेकर आते हैं, कैसे लोगों को फैसिलिटेट करते हैं, कैसे आप लोग प्रोडक्टिविटी या मैनेजमेंट की एक्सपेक्टेशंस को रीबिल्ड कैसे करते हैं, चेंज कैसे करते हैं.
thank you Mustafa and thank you everybody for having me and all the esteemed guests that are here. Thank you Richard for inviting me again to one of the webinars. मेरा नाम जुनैद आलम है and I happen to head the people and culture function for Civil in Pakistan, and I also look after the expansion markets. So Civil is a technology company. It's a startup based out of Egypt. We are expanding across different countries in the GCC and the MENA region. So I'm responsible for partnering with the business to ensure the expansions are happening. I'm sure Civil airlift के बारे में लोग जानते हैं, and it's a similar startup to airlift, and that is how Civil came into being to manage the mass transit problem that the world faces. So that's more or less it from my end and the business side and what I do. रमजान सो जब रमजान अभी आते हैं तो शॉर्टन टाइमिंग्स हो जाती हैं. वी आर ऑल अवेयर के सहरी के बाद कहीं कुछ जगहों पर बड़ी अर्ली स्टार्ट्स होते हैं. हम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्टार्ट एज अर्ली एज 7:30 एंड the shift timings are reduced significantly. They're usually between 6 to 7 hours in total, with the total shift time that we have. Along with that, flexibility आ जाती है कहीं ना कहीं within the organization. With the COVID dynamic as well, बहुत ज़्यादा flexibility आ चुकी है in organizations, and maturity भी आ गई है to understand that. So if I see on an overall corporate perspective, I think with Ramzan comes a lot of structure in terms of having a lesser timeline in terms of the total number of hours that people clock in. काफी reduce हो जाते हैं. Normally it's a 9 to 6 or a 9 to 5 kind of job, but obviously time ज़्यादा बैठते हैं अपने कामों में. But usually in Ramzan, people collate that together, and 6 hours की straight shift होती है that can start as early as 7:30, and can end as late as 5:30. तो यूजुअली होता ही है कि रमज़ान में क्योंकि शिफ्ट टाइमिंग कम हो जाती है, तो ओवरऑल शायद कहीं न कहीं कुछ डिपार्टमेंट में एफिशिएंसीज़ बढ़ भी जाती है। बिकॉज़ आपको पता होता है कि ये इतना सही टाइम है जिसमें वी हैव टू डिलिवर। सो सम केसेस आई हैव सीन दैट द क्वालिटी एंड द एफिशिएंसीज़ आर इवन इंक्रीज्ड बिकॉज़ पीपल नो कि इही टाइम है, तो इसी के अंदर करना है। तो जो काम 9-10 घंटे में हो रहा होता था, वो उस 5-6 घंटे में समा जाता है। सो आई थिंक समवेयर द एफिशिएंसी आर ऑल्सो हाउएवर रमज़ान की वजह से अ, एक तो बिकॉज़ सब रोज़े में होते हैं, तो ओवरऑल एनर्जी लेवल्स थोड़े से कम होते हैं। सो पीपल यूजुअली रमज़ान इज़ यूजुअली अ मंथ वेयर बिज़नेस एज़ यूजुअल चलता है। नथिंग एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी हैपेंस इन ऑर्गनाइज़ेशंस। दैट्स व्हाट आई हैव सीन। No huge initiatives that come in. Usually, this is a time where you plan things for the next upcoming months. More or less, the business as usual continues to be in play. BAU maintain ho raha hota hai. So that's how the month of Ramadan is managed across our part of the globe and across the board. I think by virtue of this being a holy month, इसमें ना सिर्फ लोग नमाज़ें और इन चीज़ों में वक़्त गुज़ार रहे होते हैं, बल्कि ओवरऑल ऑर्गनाइज़ेशंस के अंदर भी एक फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी आ जाती है, जहाँ पर लोगों को अलाउ किया जाता है कि अपने हिसाब से कुछ टाइम ऑफ़िस के काम करें। एंड विद द कोविड डायनामिक किकिंग इन, तो थर्ड डायनामिक है जो हमारे पास इसमें आता है रमज़ान के बाद, फिर ये कोविड का डायनामिक वेयर पीपल are now expected to be 50% out of office, 50% are still working from home. In fact, some of the organizations are even more than that working from home. So flexibility is something that has really kicked in, especially looking at the COVID dynamic and in Ramadan. Flexibility is a lot. People are working from home. They are taking calls from the comfort of their homes and trying to manage and the tasks that they are allocated within their homes. So that is my perspective, a brief perspective on the topic.
Thank you very much, Vanessa, for your introduction and sharing your thoughts about Ramzan and workplace. Maryam, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. पेशावर में क्या सिचुएशन है जी? आपका इलाका बड़ा इस वक्त कोविड में काफ़ी स्टेजेस ऊपर आ रहा है, तो वर्क प्लेस और रमज़ान और क्या सिचुएशन है आपके एरिया में?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I think I'll introduce myself first, if that's okay.
Please.
Yeah. So my name is Maryam Iqbal, and I have worked abroad for around 12 years in UK mostly and parts of Europe, with some time in the Middle East as well. And I happened to come back to Pakistan 3 years ago. So mostly I haven't really been involved in a full-time job in Pakistan. I've been more of a freelancer, and I've had the flexibility because I work for myself. So I can share my experiences of working abroad, and it's very challenging in Ramadan when you're working abroad. They are extremely flexible. The empathy factor sort of kicks in terms of flexible working. Yahan tak ki when your performance is, something that's not an issue for the whole month of Ramadan. And they make sure that all the facilities, from the prayer rooms to your timings to, cutting down your shifts and all, those things come into play. If you look at the Middle East, I've heard the whole of Middle East is pretty much flexible when it comes to Ramadan. As far as Pakistan is concerned, I think already, as Mr. Junaid pointed out, that the government is quite kind of flexible and understanding. The timings have already been decreased. And with COVID kicking in, I think that we cannot deny the fact that we're now part of a virtual world. And I think that has really sort of helped us in terms of the flexibility, especially for women. Some companies are even talking about, they're going to ask themselves this question that, hopefully when things get better after COVID, COVID will never go away, but in the coming months, that where do they see themselves? Do they really need a full-time office structure? Do they need a working place just as a part-time place where people can get together for workshops and meetings? Can people manage on their own from home? So these are the kind of questions I think organizations are already thinking of in the West, and corporate companies in Pakistan will also think of. So I think that flexibility factor, the positivity that has come with COVID is that especially women and other people, it's given them the flexibility to work from home, to save costs. It's good for the environment as well. So that's my take on Ramadan and COVID at the workplaces in Pakistan.
So your mic is muted.
Yeah, it's so, I think.
Thank you, Maryam, for your sharing your thoughts and information about your educational background and your professional background as well. We have Nadia with us from Avari Group. Nadia, are you there? I think नादिया का थोड़ा सा शायद इंटरनेट कनेक्शन का मसला है. Her voice is breaking. नहीं नादिया भी I think it is still causing a problem. So in the meantime, Nadia, you fix your internet issue. Let me talk to Mr. Omar Shaikh. Thank you, Omar Shaikh, for joining us from Karachi. Omar is working as head of HR, legal, and other corporate functions for Falcon Eye, which is a tracking company. I think the second largest tracking company of Pakistan. So, Omar, over to you. Please introduce yourself and also tell us how your organization is and workplace is treating employees in this Ramadan and the current COVID situation.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you, Ghulam Mustafa sir, for inviting me into this podcast. I'm really thankful for all the other participants as well. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Omar Shaikh. I'm heading HR, admin, and legal for Falcon Eye Private Limited. As Ghulam Mustafa sir said, this is the second largest tracking company in Pakistan. No doubt about it, COVID came and it conquered. Plus, I personally feel is that all the calamities bring opportunities with them as well. So during this COVID period, no doubt about it, in Pakistan, we never thought about it that people will be working from home or for remote areas or sitting in their drawing room or their casual lounges, bean bags and working, except from top-notch multinational companies which used to take these things on board. Plus, as Ms. Maryam said, flexibility, no doubt about it. COVID has taught us that flexibility is the key of survival nowadays. People are working from remote areas, flexible timings. Partially, we had mothers who had different issues while looking out of their household, plus the office, plus the work, plus the children as well. Now it is being seen and uh, that mostly that sector of ours is working in a very, very comfortable manner as well because of the flexible timings. You've got 24 hours or 18 hours, no matter how you work or which time that you work in, but you just need to have the work done. So that is something that I would say that COVID has brought us some opportunities as well, and the righteous person is that whoever takes the opportunity out of it. Plus, no doubt about it that during Ramzan there is a very small period, lesser sleeping hours you can say, that we are not habitual of, especially Karachiites. They sleep very late and get up very early and work for around 14, 15 hours a day minimum. That is, we are on our toes, rather than people in north areas and in very, very comfortable zones. So especially, I would say that people in Ramadan in the area of Karachi are pretty much stressed out because of the lack of sleep. No doubt about it, work pressure is always there. There are deliverables, there are challenges that you have to look upon. But if this main factor of you're not sleeping at time and getting up at time and getting ready and going to the office is managed out, half of the energy is wasted just because of this. I would like to just share these thoughts.
So, do you have any special working hours in the month of Ramadan? Your employer is understanding the situation.
Yes, we have. We mostly we comply with the State Bank of Pakistan. That was from 10 till 2 p.m. And as per the SOPs, 50% of our people are working from home. It's been more than a year because last Ramzan COVID was there. Since then till now, 50%, 55% of our people are regularly working from home. There are meetings which are being done online. Now there's a new time frame that is being given. uh, we are waiting for the circular to be out. It is from 9 till 2 a.m. 2 p.m. Sorry. So that will be there as well. Plus, there are certain projects that are going on, and those teams of ours does not follow the 10 till 2 a.m. as 2 p.m. timeline as well, or 4 p.m. They work in their flexi hours. We've got various departments and various functions who are not coming to the office and not following the conventional time frame of the office. Majority, I can say, the 60% of the workforce that we have are working with from home and with flexible working hours.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you very much, Omar, for sharing your thoughts. Nadia, are you able to speak now? Is your internet working fine now? Nadia, can you hear us? Okay, ji, now I hand over my session to my moderator, Mushira Mutahir.
Okay.
Mushira is an emerging HR professional, and she is also an entrepreneur, and she is serving an organization as an HR specialist as well. So the next question will be asked by Mushira. Mushira, over to you.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank you all for having me on this panel discussion. Okay, so I'd like to introduce you guys to myself. I'm an emerging HR practitioner, and I am into exploring the world of HR. So, my take on this topic and my question to you guys would be that what do you guys think? Like, when employees are, we have so much on our plate these days. We have COVID-19, we have Ramzan routine, we have to pray, we have to complete our deadlines, we have to deliver accordingly. So, do you guys think that all these aspects lead towards mental health issues towards employees? Like, because sometimes it happens so that employees get so much overwhelmed with the work and with the schedule that leads into burnout and venting. So, do you guys think that this whole scenario in which there is so much on our plates is causing mental health issues in the employees? Is there any anxiety issues, depression issues, or so?
Let me take
So
that.
any
Thank
one
you,
of you can answer.
Shira,
Okay.
for. I'll just briefly touch upon this and then I'll ask the respected panelists to take it. Rightly pointed out, I think with Ramzan and COVID, it's a dynamic where you're all crunched for time. And with this resource constraint of time comes the deliverables that we have on a personal front and a professional front both. तो कुछ चीज़ें हमने ऑफिशियली प्रेजेंट करनी है कुछ कुछ डेडलाइंस मीट करनी है एट द सेम टाइम देयर इज दिस स्पिरिचुअल part that also kicks in. Yeah, are we doing our rituals spiritually on time, and then there is the personal dynamic as well. So when all of these things combine, it does take a toll on people. Some people are able to manage it a lot better. They're more structured. वक्त पे जागते हैं, उनका बड़ा plan होता है, and they are able to manage. But you're right. In some ways, it does take a toll and a stress on the body, and it can and it does cause mental health concerns. I will not deny it. It's a truth. It's a reality. मेंटल हेल्थ इश्यूज से मतलब ये नहीं कि बहुत इंसान कोई significantly.
Hmm.
I feel there's some.
There's a distortion at Nadia's end. I know it's fine now.
Yeah, I thought the connection went away. Yeah, so I think it's very natural to feel that way, and it's very very okay to not have everything in control all the time. जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको your day is completely perfectly planned and you're able to manage your dynamics perfectly. So you do face breakdowns or mental health issues. So इसमें I think the what organizations are now doing is the flexibility, which Ms. Maryam also pointed out. I think flexibility has kicked in a lot in organizations where they understand and realize that as 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 an organization we need to think about our people as well. कोविड के दौर की वजह से भी बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस है आजकल, especially looking at our neighboring country that is facing a significant health concern there. We are all very concerned about it for ourselves and the country that we live in. So yes, all of these are stressors. All I can say is that as an employer, as the champions for people, it is our responsibility that we take this head on and we align processes and policies that carve the culture of where people are able to manage and juggle between their personal, spiritual, and professional lives. And with the Ramzan dynamic, I think it is a lot more evident where we see a lot more flexibility in policies from the organizations kicking in.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Junaid. My next question would be regarding that how can we ensure productivity and employee motivation in the month of Ramzan? Maybe Miss Maryam, can you have a take on this?
Well, basically, in the month of Ramadan, as I said, that I think I would expect that the whole philosophy behind Ramadan is that, we are more empathetic and we're more caring
Definitely.
towards, especially the HR department working within organizations. Mostly, I would guess that corporate companies would, their learning and development departments would sort of think of employees. I don't know if there's special people who take care of employee relations issues like they do abroad. So the motivation again would be flexibility. We have shorter shifts already. And I think flexibility not only in time, but in terms of sort of, as Mr. Junaid Alam pointed out, in terms of understanding your organization and the people who work for it and understanding their needs and making sure that, for this specific month of Ramadan, if there's some problem that they're going through, we're able to balance that out, and the HR department's there for not just recruitment or just admin related, but issues like employee relations and employment law and problems that employees face. Are they there for them? Do they know about their problems and issues that the employees are facing? So I think that would be something that would motivate, because a happier workplace where employees feel that they're taken care of, they feel motivated and they want to sort of do better. And a toxic workplace with a boss that doesn't understand you, I think by the end of the day, it's not just money or fringe benefits, it's the respect and your integrity that counts. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Maryam, for your answer. Okay, so I would now like to talk about recruitment. So particularly in Ramzan and during the COVID time, do you guys think that recruitment has taken a steady slope, or is it the same way it was before? Obviously, in COVID-19, there are different shifts of the recruitment processes. It's all virtual. There are cutouts. There are different variables in the recruitment process. But specifically in Ramzan, do you guys think that there is a steady slope, or it has just been cut out? So Sir Umar, will you please have a take on this?
Yes, thank you. I guess it's quite on the slower side because due to the pandemic, there were many companies which laid off the employees. There are people who are working into dual or triple capacity. So it's very hard to find the right talent at this point. Even if we place the ads, the specifications are there, the job descriptions are there, and there's one line as well written, kindly no irrelevant CVs, please. But majority of the CVs that we received during COVID and during Ramzan period are mostly of people who are not matching those job descriptions. This is very very unfortunate that because of pandemic, many companies, many corporate houses, many leading firms, manufacturing, service industries, pharma, hotels, restaurants, they've laid off many people in the market. So that is one thing. Number second, if you talk about certain positions, like the uh, tech industry, you can say, the development sides, the backend support, the software development, these people are very, very rare to be found nowadays because mostly people are working from home. They are doing their own uh, projects as well, along with whatever the official jobs they have. They've got their deliverables, timelines are there. Tech industry is on a boom, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
This one small industry which taken up the industry like anything. Then again, it went into their findings were the call center or the third party BPO industries. It's very hard to find a quality resource for call center right now as well, because majority of the companies, what they're doing is in this pandemic, they want to retain their resource, and plus these are high school graduates or children that are about to enter into the corporate market. It's very easy for them to hop around for 2, 3, 5,000 rupees. So exceptional benefits are being provided to the market by the various call center leaders right now. So I would say that these are some of the challenges that we are facing, and no doubt about it that the recruitment process are going very slow. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
And Umar Sheikh, what do you think in your organization, how the employee motivation and productivity is being maintained in the month of Ramadan? Because generally it has been seen that the organizations, like Maryam said, the empathic factor is missing in most of the organizations. And bosses, they expect the same results, and employees are not much motivated because of the low energy level, and people are fasting. Yes, I know in some organizations some people, they do not fast and they don't have such issues, and in some organizations they have also seen a rise in the productivity of employees, because there are no smoking breaks, there are no lunch breaks, there is only prayer break, and people just go, they offer prayer, and they come back to their work, and they start producing more effectively, and they are more focused toward their work. So if there are some issues, I would like to take your take on it as well, and also I would like Junaid to share his thoughts as well. And if Nadia, if her internet is working fine, Nadia, is your internet is fixed now? I'm sorry, we are unable to take benefit of your presence with us so far. I think Nadia is still having issues with her internet. So I request to Umar, and then I request Junaid to share his thoughts about this employee motivation productivity as well.
Yeah, yes, definitely. I would like to pinpoint mention at this point. We were very fortunate enough. We fought like anything. So knowledge of into in our company, and we as the tractors, there's a different model of business that we do. There's one which is the fresh sales, and the other ones are which the tractors which are being installed, they are renewed on every year basis. So no doubt about it, the new business that was coming in was affected like anything. It was zero, but we had this renewal business with us. Plus, what we did was there was one segment of steady sales, steady marketing team that was constituted, and we worked upon those people who were our dormant customers, and our teams, mashallah, very praise to the all the entire team of mine, and plus the management as well. So we pulled it out in a very very professional manner. So till date, obviously there are challenges. There are certain deliverables. The timelines are to be met. The work pressures are still there, but that period we've passed. And then when the pandemic was on its lighter tone from December till date, mashallah, we have progressed a lot. And now again, there's a third wave which is hitting Sindh, Balochistan, KPK, and Punjab sector right now. So there might be certain blockades that we see in future as well. But we are prepared for it. But fortunately, the board of ours, the management of our company, we never laid off any people. And there were very, very minimal cuts in perks and benefits. There were hardly certain fuels that were cut off because in the initial 4 months, 5 months, nobody was coming to the office. So they were that even that fuel was not closed down entirely. There was merely hardly a cut of 20 to 30% that was being used for coming to the office, coming back from the office. But as the part of the HR fraternity, we meet a lot of people. We have regular meetups in Karachi, and there are people who share their opinions and their work-life balances issues, plus their management style issues. So no doubt about it. If we can rate 70% or plus companies are into deep waters because of COVID, because of work pressures, because of multiple and triple jobs, because of the laid off people. So let's pray from the Almighty that this pandemic is over soon and we are back on our seats and the people are coming back to the office. Plus, it is also something that we are a part, that we play our part for the economy of Pakistan as well.
Amen. Thank you, Mar. Junaid, what do you say about it?
Mustafa, I think you pointed out on how the majority of the organizations have impacted people ड्यूरिंग कोविड. जैसा आपने कहा कि एनर्जीज थोड़ी कम होती हैं, लेकिन कहीं कहीं एक्सपेक्टेशंस वही होती हैं from the line managers to deliver on a daily basis. But I think that's very relevant to understand that it's very pertinent to the individual and the line manager. Mature leaders, mature managers understand that as people we do feel a little down in the month of Ramadan. However, that does not mean that they are not expected to deliver. They're not expected to meet timelines because the business has to go on. Business continues, right? Especially if I talk about the organization that I am part of. We are a very fast-paced, driven organization trying to make an impact, and it's also got to the fact that we are a startup. Our deliverables and timelines and goals continue to be the same. But yes, we expect our people to take some rest during the iftar times, and we understand that post iftar, not all people will be able to work on tasks.
मैं वहाँ बैठ रहा हूँ, मुझे बस ये लगा दो थर्ड फोन का पता नहीं चाहिए नहीं चाहिए.
So yeah, I think from that standpoint, it's very pertinent on the maturity of the leader, maturity of the manager that is managing the team, to understand the people that is working with them. Understand कि Ramzan की वजह से people might feel a little laid back in terms of the energy that is low. But that is not at the same time इसमें team members की जिम्मेदारी भी है कि वो ये ना क्योंकि रमजान है तो सब कुछ चलता है and they're not really delivering on a daily basis. So I think it's a two-way street. But if I talk about the organization that I'm part of, I think we are a very mature organization in terms of understanding the concerns of our people and addressing them. And that's why we have very flexibility in terms of shift timings, flexibility in terms of 4 hours the team needs to put in, and also the shift timings that the teams are following.
Good. I think Nadia is back again. So let's try if Nadia can share her thoughts.
Hi everyone, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can finally.
Yes,
Okay, finally. So sorry about the internet connection. I'll just briefly introduce myself first. I'm Nadia. I'm working in Hotels as the regional L&D manager. And I've been with hospitality for 1.5 years. Has uh, taken a big effect on it. We did not lay off anybody. We did not give any cuts on the salaries. So yes, we are in deep waters right now. We're really struggling with that. We are 24/7 service industry, and flexibility can't be given to the employees. But with the situation, we thought 2020 was difficult, but honestly speaking, 2021 is way more difficult with the economic condition and everything. And the psychological resilience, it is being affected now.
I'm really sorry, Nadia, we are unable to hear you right.
I think Nadia internet connection has gone bad again. Uh, so Mushira, over to you. We have next question lined up.
Okay, so I would like to bring up this thing, which is that are there any special costs or savings linked to the month of Ramzan, specifically in a workplace or something? Like, are there any costs, or you think that there's some types of savings linked to this?
So Omar, you can share your thoughts about it.
Not as such. There'll be hardly if you talk about the energy, so that might be one of the factors because big organizations does not look into micromanagement. So, but there are companies who have a working style of micromanagement. So, if we in collaborate all the expenses, let it be the lunch if the company is offering subsidiary lunches, teas, coffees, snack breaks, plus the energy as well. Because now people are working for 6 hours, and in Ramadan it's not six; it's around 7+ hours. Because if you're working for 9 hours, then you're working for 12 hours. So
Yeah, definitely.
there is, in terms of the energy, you can say that obviously there is a certain percentage which you can save. Plus, in all those housekeeping and utilities, that is all. But organizations are there which have huge fees, use a Ramadan aftaris for their corporates, their customers, their employees. So indirectly, expenses are more to be incurred as well. So if you are saving from certain things, then you are obviously spending into the market as well. As seen last year, there were hardly any companies which send giveaways to their clients or customers. There is a legacy in Pakistan sending your diaries, your calendars, your gift items, chocolate boxes, khajurs, these sort of things. So that is what we saw this year as well. None of the corporate, obviously, if we are into a service industry, we never did this, and whom we are a vendor to, they never also opted for it. So people are trying to curtail down their cost. Obviously, there is a survival. It is the survival for the fittest right now. So the maximum you will curtail down your expenses, the more chance of survivals are there into the market.
All right, thank you so much. Very well answered. Nadia, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so can you have a take on this? Like, are there any special costs or savings linked to the specific month at a workplace? I'm so sorry, Nadia. I still can't hear you.
So Mushira, let's discuss about the third wave impact on organizations. The third wave of COVID. I think Junaid has left, and Maryam Khan also she has left. So we three are practically we three are here. Although we are four, but Nadia's internet is not working that smoothly. So we can discuss. So the third wave is getting worse and worse, and it is impacting, I think, all the cities of Pakistan. Especially, it has major impact on Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad. So the organizations are suffering a lot because the upcoming government restrictions and government requirements, and also the NCOC requirements, and the like you have to close the offices, shops, and everything by 6 o'clock, and you have to follow certain SOPs. So is how is it impacting on the productivity of organizations? We do agree as a Muslims, we have to be flexible. We have to expect less productivity in the month of Ramadan, and we should give freedom and opportunity to our employees. But apart from that, considering the COVID situation before Ramadan, how the third wave has impacted, Mushira, what do you think about it? What is your point of view? What you have observed in this third wave scenario?
Okay. So I think that we weren't actually ready for a third wave. We were ready for a second wave, but we weren't ready for a third wave. Like it's the same year, the same days of the last year. Like it's 20. Today is like, for example, today is 27th of April, and last year 27th of April was the day when COVID was took a huge peak, when so many of my family members and so many of my social circle of people were affected, including my family. So it had a toll on the people. But similarly, we didn't expect the next year, same days, we will be experiencing the same thing. Like 1 year ahead, we are at the still same plate, where we have the same issues, we are facing same proximity levels of the COVID. We still have a poor healthcare system, and we still are suffering from the same thing. So I think being as a general person, a general human being, obviously it has affected us personally. But when you talk about me, particularly being in a workplace and particularly being working along with everything happening, I think that it has affected us productivity wise. Means like I am not sure that the input level I'm putting into my organization and the work I'm putting, am I going to be able to continue it? May I be the productive resource for them in the further years? Or would that it take a toll on me, and I would just, like this job won't be in my hands either. So the thing is that uncertainty has included so much of variation in our mind and in our system, that everything you do, you don't have a good intention with it. You are just like, okay, time is passing, you just have to complete it. I believe once the COVID situation is over, the employees are gonna be more productive. They're gonna show more good like good effort levels and good productivity levels. But for now, I think it has taken COVID-19 has taken a toll on us personally as well as professionally, on our workplaces, at our homes. Although I must say that we all enjoy working from home, working on the pace of comfort, our sofas, the comfort of our beds.
ये
But
कभी
one thing
मर्दों से
is,
पूछें आप वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम.
there's been a shift on the gender wise as well.
क्या जी वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम इज इजियर फॉर मेल, क्या समझते हैं आप? आपकी क्या इनपुट है? ये कहते हैं कि वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम ज़्यादा एंजॉय करता बंदा.
It depends upon what style that you work in. I personally feel is that work from home मैं खुद तो नहीं कर सकता, क्योंकि until unless आपको एक environment चाहिए होता है हर चीज के लिए.
ट्रू.
आप जब सुबह रेडी होते हैं, once you travel, you reach your place, जब आप अपनी सीट पे बैठते हैं तो फिर आपका दिमाग उस तरह से चलना है. जब आप घर में होते हैं तो आप एक लेजर में होते हैं कि ठीक है, your world is your ocean. You can lie down for 1 more hour. You can have a tea break. You can have lunch at your own time. So the discipline is not there. Once you're into the office, you know your time intervals. You know आपको break कब लेना है, आपको break कब नहीं लेना. No doubt about it कि COVID में mingling up with people, ऑफिस जाना, ऑफिस से आना, ये भी एक स्ट्रेस है. लेकिन I personally
Definitely.
feel is that I am comfortable working from the office till now.
Okay.
एक factor जो socializing का है, that has also impacted, you know, like we are working from home and people who have recently joined the organizations virtually. So इनका बिल्कुल like they have joined in the past month or after in the middle of this pandemic we have joined the organizations. They complain that their social life has been zero because they are unable to contact with their colleagues professionally in the way that they can contact them, meet them, have tea breaks, have coffee breaks, go out for dinner, lunches. I think socializing has stopped as well in this whole scenario.
Yes, 100%. And plus, you see that obviously you are a part of the organization. I'm a part of some of the organizations. The meetings on Zoom or Streamline or Microsoft Teams, the interval have grown up massively. People are working the entire night. There are meetings which are going on till 6 hours, 7 hours. People are discussing on one. They are sitting on forum and discussing about things. So if you are meeting or having discussions for 3 hours or 4 hours a day out of 9 working hours, so obviously, but the stretch of your working hours is making you a little bit lesser productive. So
Definitely.
the balance in life has to be there. Our religion teaches us discipline. The school, colleges, university taught us discipline. So discipline has to be there. There's certain time that you need to sleep. There's a certain time there will you need to work. But work-life balance was there pre-COVID, and work-life imbalance is there post-COVID. What I personally feel
Post.
is there's no time for you, for your family, for yourself. Even I've seen people that there were deaths or there were very critical moments in their families and they were not able to attend it out because there was some critical meeting or brainstorming session that was going on. They were working till 12 o'clock, they were sleeping till 12 o'clock in the morning. So if the half of the team is working from office and half of the team is at home, by hook or by crook, from at the working hours you are to be available. If you're working at night and I'm working at day and I'm unable to coordinate with you timely, so what will be the level of achievement that we can have at this point? Nothing. If my team is sleeping the entire night and I am working, or if I am sleeping and they are working, there's no coordination among the teams. So that is what we are seeing, that things are being prolonged, projects are being prolonged, deliverables are being prolonged because of this. Because still in Pakistan or third world countries, human interaction is one of the key factors for our winning the game. It's not like that कि आपने किसी को दे दिया ऑनलाइन काम कर लिया और ठक हो गया. Obviously, everybody dream about it कि it should be just one click away, एक button से चार चीजें operate हो जाती हैं. लेकिन still you need to get up and press that button now. Man has created machines, machine has not created man.
Totally
So
agreed. Omar sir, totally
obviously
agreed.
humanitarian factor will be there obviously.
एक्चुअली ये चैलेंज है जो है कि जो करंट जो सिचुएशन है उसमें मेरी एक बात हो रही थी चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव के साथ, तो वो ये कहते थे कि हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ गई है. कैसे? कि वही आप वाली बात कि आप 24 आवर्स आप उनके सर पे सवार हैं, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि लोग ना किसी शादी में जा सकते हैं, ना शॉपिंग पे जा सकते हैं, ना किसी जगह जा सकते हैं. सो यू हैव टू आस्क देम कि जी लेट्स बी अवेलेबल फॉर मीटिंग. सेकेंडली, कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने वर्क फ्रॉम होम जब उन्होंने किया है, उन्होंने ऑफिशियल लैपटॉप्स थे तो उन्होंने उसके ऊपर सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल कर दिए, जो सॉफ्टवेयर आपका स्क्रीन मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हैं, आपको बता रहे हैं कितनी देर ये जो बंदा है ये ऑनलाइन रहा है, इसने कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर यूज़ किया है, क्या चीज़ें, और वो सॉफ्टवेयर आपको पूरी प्रोडक्टिविटी रिपोर्ट दे रहे हैं. और उन्होंने मुझे कहा है कि जी उनकी जो प्रोडक्टिविटी रिपोर्ट है वो ऊपर चली गई है, और स्पेशली जो सॉफ्टवेयर इंडस्ट्री में जो कंपनीज थी उनको तो बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ है इसका. उन्होंने क्या किया कि उन्होंने सॉफ्टवेयर इंडस्ट्री में इसको एज ए टेक्नोलॉजी का एज ए टूल यूज़ किया, लोगों की परफॉर्मेंस को मॉनिटर किया. क्योंकि ऑफिस में क्या होता था, लोग सिगरेट ब्रेक के लिए चले गए, लंच ब्रेक, टी ब्रेक के लिए निकल गए, एक बंदे ने जाना था, दो को और साथ दे गए. घर में तो ऐसा नहीं है. घर में वहीं पर आप काम कर रहे हैं, वहीं पर सिगरेट पी रहे हैं, वहीं पर आप चाय पी रहे हैं. घर के कुछ रूल्स तो नहीं है ना कि जी आपने सिगरेट बाहर जाकर पीना है. आपने ये काम बाहर करना है। तो उस वजह से प्रोडक्टिविटी के ऊपर ये थोड़ा सा पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट भी आया है, और ये देखा
लेकिन मुस्तफा, सॉरी मैं आपको यहाँ पे रोकूंगा। देखिए, हर बंदा जो है ना वो टॉप नॉच मैनेजमेंट की तरह ब्लेस्ड नहीं होता कि उसके पास एक घर का एक सेपरेट एरिया भी हो। ये वो चैलेंजेस जो हमें भी आए हैं और आप लोगों को भी आए हैं। हर आदमी के पास एक अलग रूम नहीं है अपने घर में स्पेयर करने के लिए। उसके पास एक स्टडी रूम नहीं है अलग से स्पेयर करने के लिए। हमारे पास ऐसे मेजोरिटी लोग हैं जो जॉइंट फैमिली सिस्टम्स में रहते हैं,
जी
जो आज भी अपने बच्चों के साथ अपने बेडरूम्स शेयर आउट करते हैं। उन लोगों के लिए बहुत प्रॉब्लम्स हुई है। आप कोई मीटिंग कर रहे हैं, पीछे से बच्चों की आवाजें आ रही है, पीछे से काम की आवाजें आ रही है। उनके पास ऑब्वियस सी बात है, उनको वर्क प्लेस सैनिटी वो नहीं मिल रहा वहाँ।
ट्रू।
प्लस जैसे आपने बोला कि लैपटॉप्स दिए हैं, लोगों ने वर्क स्टेशन दिए हैं, लोगों ने बैकअप के लिए यूपीएस दिए हैं, लोगों ने इंटरनेट डिवाइसेस दिए हैं। इवन वी आल्सो डिड ऑल दिस थिंग, बिकॉज अगर हमारा एक एम्प्लॉय अपने घर से काम कर रहा है, हमने उसको उसके एक कंफर्ट जोन में लेकर आना है। उसके पास वो टूल्स नहीं होंगे तो वो अपने डिलीवरेबल्स नहीं कर पाएंगे। लेकिन ये जो आपकी बात दूसरी है कि जब मैं अपनी टीम के सर के ऊपर 20 घंटे हूँ, ऑब्वियसली बात है तो प्रोडक्टिविटी तो इनहेंस होगी।
जी, मैंने ये सीईओ का पर्सपेक्टिव दिया है, मैंने ये दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट्स का पर्सपेक्टिव नहीं दिया। हर डिपार्टमेंट का अपना पर्सपेक्टिव है कि हर डिपार्टमेंट अपने अंदाज में देखता है। सीईओ ने तो देखना है कि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे उसकी प्रोडक्टिविटी किधर है, वो कितनी, उसकी गोल्स कितने उसके अचीव हो रहे हैं, उसका उसको कितना वॉल्यूम कितना ऊपर जा रहा है, उसका ग्रोथ कितनी इंक्रीज हो रही है। सो एनीवेज विद दिस, ये इतनी ज़बरदस्त और इम्पोर्टेंट डिस्कशन है कि इसके ऊपर जितना टाइम स्पेंड किया जाए उतना कम है। But we are approaching to the end because it is Ramzan. तो बड़ी ज़बरदस्त डिस्कशन रही। आई एम थैंकफुल उमर मुशीरा for joining me, and I'm also thankful to Junaid
Thank you.
who joined us and he left. Then Maryam Khan who joined us from Peshawar and she couldn't sustain there. And then we had with us Nadia from Avari group. Thank you, Nadia, all of you for joining us today and for sharing your thoughts. Inshallah, hope to see you again with this. Take care of yourself, stay positive, maintain distance, operate SOPs of COVID, and Pakistan Zindabad. Assalamu alaikum.
Allah Hafiz.
थैंक यू जी, वालेकुम सलाम।
Thank you, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.